Hi folks, I'm Kevin, the hairier part of Goblins of Creation, and in this video I'm going to show you a pour that took an unplanned turn for the worse that came out better than I expected. So I've seen a lot of videos online. I think the last one I saw was with Olga from Smart Art Materials, where people have used nestled jugs. The idea of this is that, like a kiss pour, where you have two separate pots each with paint, and then you pour them so that as the paint hits the canvas it goes down in a single stream. And this way it would be a lot easier because you haven't got to keep the two together and worry about the speed of the flow from each of the buckets. And if, like me, you're very right-handed or very left-handed, this makes a lot more sense. So I thought, yeah, we'll go with this. I will fill the two up with about the same amount of paint, as it turns out probably a little bit too much paint, and put them into each other and do this single double cup pour. The paints I've used today are the Art Discount Black and Gold, and the gold is also mixed with the Rowney System Free Rich Gold, and I've also used the Fluorescent Blue, the Fluorescent Pink, and the Ultramarine Blue from the same range. So I put the two cups into their nestle cup, and I've got the third bigger cup because it came in a set of three, which I've been using to put my base coat on. So this, like the other paints, is the same mixture, which is a 3-part mixture. 1 part acrylic, 1 part water, and 1 part Owatrol Floetrol. Try saying that 20 times quickly. Sometimes you have to change the mix of the water and the acrylic depending on the weight of the acrylic. The heavier mediums obviously require more water and less paint, and this one is, as I say, the standard one, and it's pretty much a 1 water, 1 paint, 1 Floetrol. I'm just burning off the bubbles now. There is always 1 or 2 that escape the fire, the burning cleansing, and I'm just going to pop that on. There we go. And now we're ready to take our jug and start the pour. And here is where I made the big mistake. You see, all the other artists with their nestled jugs had nestled jugs where the spouts were at the same height. So when you nestle the jugs together, they don't go any higher than the biggest jug. This one, each smaller jug as it goes into the bigger jug, goes up about 1 inch. So instead of 1 stream of paint hitting the canvas, I had 2. Now I could have stopped here and given up, but I thought, no, I'm going to carry on. It'll be more like a twin pour, where you're pouring from 2 jugs and creating two patterns. And again, if you've tried that with your left and your right hand, if you have a stronger hand, you might use all the paint up in that jug first and end up with an uneven. Whereas if you look at these, the paint stops are pretty much the same in both sides. So I will go with this this unplanned little accident, and let's see how it turns out. So I'm just burning off any bubbles, and if there are any cells, remember I've not put any silicone in this, so if there are any cells, it'll come from the Floetrol and from the acrylic. They'll start popping out now. So the first thing I'm going to do is stretch it. Now, again, with hindsight, I put far too much paint on this canvas, and I put far too much paint in the pots. So as I originally intended, having a wonderful single sort of pattern rather than this duality that I've got from the 2 streams, it didn't quite. Yeah, I basically have to pour nearly all the black off of the canvas, and not what I intended. It's I don't like wasting this much paint, but I really misjudged how much paint was in those bowls. Something I will learn if I use them again. It's a lot easier with a single cup or a ring pour to work how much you've got. Now at this point I am thinking, this actually looks pretty cool. I like this. It's a bit yin yang, a bit sort of like siblings, with the dark one, the lighter one, and I'm going to go with it. It is a happy little accident, and I will end with a bit of a close-up so that you can see some of the detail there, because from this distance it's a bit of a mess. And as always, please like and subscribe if you enjoy this. Goodbye.